Get ready for the 2025 Charleston Black Expo Weekend, March 7th and 8th. Join us for another exciting and empowering weekend for the entire family. Friday, experience the taste of Black Charleston at the Charleston Visitor Center. Saturday, enjoy the Charleston Black Expo at the Charleston Area Convention Center with guest speaker Kirk Franklin. And end the weekend at the official after party at the Segra Club. It's an enlightening, educating, and entertaining Low Country weekend you don't want to miss. For more information and to get involved, visit blackexposouth.com. You don't want to miss the 2025 Charleston Black Expo. A full day of fun and activities for the whole family, including job fair, health pavilion, free seminars. Join the fireside chat with gospel legend Kirk Franklin, actor Corey Hardrick, and comedian That Chick Angel, with performances by Cupid the Line Dance King, R&B diva Selena Johnson, and Sunday's best Ashford Sanders. It's an enlightening, educating, and entertaining experience you don't want to miss. For tickets, visit blackexposouth.com.
It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening? It's showtime. Man, it's going to be a hell of a show. Well, every show's a hell of a show, but it's going to be a hell of a show. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. from the Geno Media Studios here. Now, I want to thank everybody for supporting my media company, Black Owned Media. I'm going to do that off the top. And please, if you like to contribute, make a donation to my media company, to the show, to make sure that platforms and networks and shows like mine and voices like mine continue to have a home where we can speak truth to power. As my grandmother said, Jeannie, tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth, shame the devil. You can cash at me at $Dad G Jones. $ capital D, lowercase a-d, capital G, capital J-O-N-E-S, Dad G Jones. And folks say, what about Zelle, Geno? Yes, just type in Geno Jones on Zelle, and they'll usually ask, do you want to look by email or phone number? Just type in 843 my area code. You're not going to find anybody else here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro, Geno Jones, spelled that way. So you can find me on Zelle that way. You can make a contribution. If you'd like to be a sponsor or if you'd like to advertise on the show, please, because I get people, more and more people are asking me about that. Thank you so much. Once again, it is clear that we need all the Black-owned media we need all of our voices to be active, to activate the culture and the community, to inform and enlighten and inspire, and do it in an entertaining way with facts and receipts. That's what we do here. We use entertainment and humor, comedy at times, but we speak truth to power. And we are all about just protecting humanity and protecting the culture as Black Americans. But now, America is finding out. They effed around on November 5th. We are in the finding out part right now. So if you are watching, the show is interactive. Don't forget that. So you can jump in my chat room and you can type and say hello and how you doing. Shout out to Mary Dixon. She is my executive producer. She's like the president and general manager of Geno Media. She didn't get a salary, not really. And she's my mom too, real talk. But she really is. She's my editor, president. If I'm the CEO, she like the CEO. So please, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know where you are, wherever you're watching, at home or maybe in your den or your media room on your big screen TV, because a lot of folks now, they got the YouTube app on their television, so you can watch me on your big TV or you can watch me on your iPad or your tablet, whatever kind of tablet you got. Maybe you got an Android tablet. You can watch me on your smartphone, whatever. You can go ahead if the firewalls at your job will let you get through on your computer. You can watch me, but I'd rather you do it on your, do it like on your laptop. But at home, you got a desktop at home. You don't want them folks, because they got enough of our information. Thanks to the little muskrat, little punk ass, bitch ass muskrat from South Africa, supposedly a citizen. Isn't it amazing? So you complain about immigrants taking American jobs, and then you put this asshole who's an immigrant from South Africa, really, actually, he came here from Canada, but by way of South Africa. So he's a South African, one of those white racist South Africans. His dad was all a part of the apartheid movement. That's just not me saying that. That's not my just opinion. That's fact. You can find that out for yourself. Born and raised in South Africa. I believe his mom and dad both had affiliations with the apartheid regime. I think they both did. So you got a dude that's an immigrant complaining about immigrants taking Americans' jobs, and you let this asshole, this little punk ass immigrant, fire tens of thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of Americans, citizens, veterans. 80,000 jobs. You're gonna fire 80. You're gonna eliminate 80,000 jobs at the VA. And then how are these veterans supposed to get their benefits? Retired veterans, active duty, and their families. Y'all voted for this, MAGA? Because a lot of you MAGA red hat wearing, flag flying, white nationalists. See, now you in the find out part. You just thought it was going to be black folks and the Mexicans and the Muslims and the Haitians that you said, was eating cats and dogs with that lie. See, karma is real. I keep telling you, karma is real. Oh, you ain't seen anything yet, because the folks that's at the helm of all this chaos and confusion and pain and suffering and anger, woo! I do not. I am afraid of the karma that they are gonna face when their karma catches up with them. I'm talking about Orange Hitler and the little muskrat, Elon Muskrat. Because I'm afraid, because it could be some collateral damage for some of us innocent folks that wasn't with this racism and bigotry and hate and misogyny and sexism and not giving a damn, not giving a shit about anybody but the billionaire class. Yes, all you poor working class, think you middle class, want to be middle class, you poor, barely working class, from your trailer parks to maybe your, little slightly middle class neighborhood. You got your nice little decent home, but you're struggling paycheck to paycheck. And some of the upper middle, some of the folks is making six figures. There's a lot of them living paycheck to paycheck too. And now it's hitting everything. Because your boy with his little punk orange behind, this punk orange ass, I'm going to say it the way I meant to say it. I ain't sugarcoating it. Because it's evil. It's evil and it's dumb. But this is what he promised. Yeah, and that's the sad, I don't know if it's sad or scary or both. There's so many people, they felt, once again, racism, especially racism, that train is never late. Racism is better than catnip. Racism is like crack, heroin, and fentanyl all in one. Racism is so addictive. This whole concept of whiteness, which is bullshit, is made up. There is no such thing. Whiteness was created in the 16th century. So the wealthiest Europeans could figure out a way to make sure that they didn't have to share money and power and status with the poor Europeans, the peasants, the working class. That's real. That's why this whole concept of whiteness, Europeans didn't call themselves white before the 16th century because they were busy killing each other, fighting because they hated each other. Germany, France, Italy, the old Soviet Union, Yugoslavia, Czechoslovakia, they don't even exist now. Come on, read a book, do a little history. You don't even have to be a history major. I'm not a history major. So now, Orange Hitler, once again, punk ass, back down on placing now. So the official word is he is delaying placing tariffs on Canada and Mexico until April 2nd. What happened is the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, got in front of cameras in front of the world, and he spoke to the American people, said, we do not want to do this. We are decent people. We're friendly people. We do not want to do this, but we will defend ourselves. And this is not against you. He said, American people, your government is doing this to you. The reason why I just left the supermarket, the reason the price of everything is going crazy. Eggs. And then this jackass had the nerve to release a statement. Well, Americans should start farming chickens and let the chickens hatch their own eggs, and that will reduce the price of eggs. Yeah, right. So Americans are going to start farming chickens. Farmers are struggling now. But Americans are going to all of a sudden start farming chickens? It's just the con and the bullshit. It's just amazing. Because on day one, I'm going to reduce the prices of groceries. Now it's like, now I can't do that. Well, now, y'all complaining about the price of eggs. You just need to buy some chickens and let the chickens hatch some eggs and just eat the eggs your chickens are hatching, because I can't do nothing about it. So he just giving up and tapping out. But in the meantime, what you need to do, follow the money, follow your money, keep your eye on your money, because now in the State of the Union, he had some really ugly stuff to say about Social Security. I didn't watch it, but I saw a clip. Basically, so Elon Muskrat says that Social Security is a Ponzi scheme, like it's some con scheme. Really? Elon Musk, you need to shut up. Shut up. You need to shut up and go back to South Africa. Because Canada don't even want your ass. Just take your little racist ass with all your babies, by I don't know how many different, 14 babies now, by how many different women. Now can you imagine if President Biden brought a black dude in that wasn't even elected by the American people, brought Nick Cannon, who got what? What's Nick's last count? What is it, 12? I don't know if he can keep up with Elon Musk. I think last count is what 12, 11, 12, 13, or 12 or 13. Just imagine if President Biden would have brought in Nick Cannon, a bunch of babies, not elected, to just come in and just start firing everybody and destroying every part of the federal government. All of these different offices, all of these different departments of the federal government is coming and destroy them all. And then talk, we're gonna get rid of Medicaid. We're gonna get rid of Medicaid. We're gonna get now. So for Orange Hitler in a State of a Union address, basically saying that Social Security was like a scam. So he is serious. And he's really, 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 going to find out. And you know who's going to really, you know who's really going to really, you know who he's really going to catch it from? Woo-hoo. Wait until somebody's poor, real poor, living up in the hills of Tennessee or Kentucky or West Virginia, down in rural Georgia or upstate South Carolina, living in a little hut, a shack, a little rundown trailer park with no running water and no electricity, barely struggling. Probably maybe a veteran or somebody like that, a dude worked 40 years, and all the money he gets, maybe don't have any kids, any family, or maybe his family ain't effing with him no more because he was on that racist MAGA shit. And all the money that he gets is that little Social Security check that comes around, I think, somewhere between the 1st and the 3rd of the month. Woo! Let that check be late. Let that check not show up. Man, them MAGA hats are going to get turned to the back. They're going to wind up storming the Capitol again. The same ones that stormed the Capitol to try to get him in, in government, they might storm the Capitol again to get his head. Look, they're going to treat Elon Musk like they were going to treat Mike Pence. Remember? They stormed the Capitol. All the white nationalists stormed the Capitol chanting, "Hang Mike Pence, hang Mike Pence." And then brought a gallows with a hangman's noose already attached to it. Hang Mike Pence. And they were looking for Mike Pence. And one of the Capitol Police, I think the brother's name is Eugene Goodman, and the Secret Service, Mike Pence's Secret Service detail, they saved his life, and they had to get him out of there. They had to get Mike Pence's ass out of there because they were coming for Mike Pence. Well, guess what? Hello, Elon Musk, you should watch that video. Because pretty soon, you are going to be playing the role of Mike Pence. Because if you mess with these people's Social Security checks, and then when they go to the doctor to get their chemo treatments or their dialysis or their medicine for diabetes or cholesterol or for a bad liver, and they can't get their medicine and can't get a Social Security check, the folks that was singing God bless America and the ones who was Trump for life, man, they're going to start ripping them damn hats off. They're going to start ripping them Trump flags off the wall of their house and garage and start burning it. That's what they're going to start. Yes, your own supporters are going to come for you, dude. You mess with these people money, I guarantee you. The ones, that is going to be the one thing that will break the spell, this evil, demonic, racist, misogynist, sexist spell that Orange Hitler has on so many Americans. Start messing with their money. Because the ones who's got money, the Wall Street ones that, financed you and gave you some money and they helped get you in because, they just wanted the tax cuts and all that. And get rid of they wanted the deregulation, so they wanted to get rid of government regulation. Because they don't care about clean air. They don't care about clean water. They don't care about foodborne illnesses. They don't care if our food supply is safe. They don't give a shit about none of that. The only thing they give a shit about is money, is how much money they can make. And a lot of them believe that, a significant number of the population, they believe that not just this country, but the planet is overpopulated. And they feel that some folks should just die off. And that's why they're treating the elderly people in America, even the ones that are brainwashed, that are loyal, that look at him like he is the white orange Jesus. They worship him more than they worship the white Jesus that they've been brainwashed about all their life. But you know what will unbrainwash somebody real quick? Somebody that's living off a check that comes once a month, and that's all the little money they got, and they living check to check. And miss one or two of them checks, it's going to be a new day. It is going to be a new day. And that will be better than any speech that the Democrats or any television personality, a pundit, or whatever you want to call it, podcaster or radio or TV host like myself, comedian, actor, celebrity, start messing with, let these people miss them checks and let them start getting calls from the doctor's office saying that we had to cancel your appointment because you no longer have the Medicare money's been frozen, or the Medicaid money, which is for children primarily and adults, that are disabled because of an injury or sickness or illness or whatever. You got, I think I saw a number. I don't want to quote it. I know I got it written. I got so many numbers somewhere. But there are, I think it's somewhere between 70 to 80 million people that's on, that get Medicaid. I know in South Carolina, 1.1 million people get Medicaid. It's about that's about $9 billion. Now, but 75% of the money that covers Medicaid expenses comes from the federal government. So that means it's going to be a lot of folks in South Carolina. Think about it, 1 million people. And some of those people that get Medicaid are children that get support and adults. 75% of that money comes from the federal government. So when that's shut down, states like South Carolina, they're going to throw their hands up. No, we don't have the money. And they don't. It's, man, all right, it's about to be a new day. So now all of a sudden, Orange Hitler said, well, okay, all right, I'm going to place a hold on putting tariffs on Canada and Mexico until April 2nd for 30 days. All right. I'm not a gambling man, not really. I don't like to gamble because I don't like losing money. Even when I'm pretty sure. I can't tell you how much money I could have won big money this year. I told my viewers, I told you all that the Eagles were going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. The 2 Super Bowls, the 3 Super Bowls that Tom Brady lost, should have lost more, playing with the Patriots. I predicted that he was going to lose when the Eagles beat them, and the 2 times the Giants beat them. I knew the Giants were going to win. So I'm saying that to say that even when I'm pretty sure, because I don't like losing money. I hate losing more than I love winning. That's the old athlete in me. All right, but I will bet you any amount of money. Let April 2nd roll up here. We're going to see. Now, he may talk tough for about a day, a half a day, when the stock market, when it crashes, like it has basically all week, because once again, stock market was down like 442 points. So all week, sell off. And, this ain't CNBC, but I'm just telling you. But if you got a 401k plan, or maybe you got some kind of investment portfolio, you got your own self-managing mutual fund. Oh, you hold on, partner. Like 2 weeks, back in December, the value of my mutual fund or my 401k plan was this. Damn, it's here. And the price of eggs is still going up. And the price of gas is going up. See, Wall Street is telling this fool, listen, man, you messing with our money, Now, look, you go on and we don't give a shit what you do with these poor folks, even the poor white people. We don't care. We don't give a shit about them at all. We as white billionaires, collectively speaking, and millionaires, look at poor white people like, what's wrong with y'all? How come you don't have money like us? This system was designed, it was rigged for especially white men to have all the money and power. The people that wrote the Constitution wrote it in the Constitution. The only people that could vote were wealthy white male landowners. That was codified in the Constitution. So these white billionaires, they don't give a shit about poor nobody, including poor white people. But they use racism and misogyny and sexism and homophobia and transphobia to freak out these poor and uneducated, well, not just uneducated, but poor and uneducated, and some educated. So poor, uneducated, and educated. Well, my grandfather had a term, educated fool, because you may have done well in school, you might test well on this rigged SAT, ACT test, so you could have good grades. So academically, you could be a high achiever. You could be a very high achiever and a dumbass outside the class. No common sense, or as my grandfather and grandmother called it, motherwit, which meant common sense. And there's a lot of folks like that. But Wall Street is telling Orange Hitler, yo, dude, stop playing games. We know you got a hard on for terrorists because you were too stupid to understand that you can't bully these countries. And then you are bullying countries that have been our allies for centuries. Canada has been the best neighbor any nation could have. All of our major wars, Canada, they are the first ones to jump in the front of the line. Hey, America, we got your back. 9/11, from Iraq to Afghanistan, Pakistan, Canada sent their military. They've had millions over the course of history, millions of Canadian soldiers have died helping and defending America. Mexico ain't messing with nobody. And for years, we've exploited, all the cheap labor, people coming from Mexico. You demonize, all Mexicans are rapists and they have calves the size of cantaloupes. But you hire them and the companies hire. So how is it that the Mexicans, illegal aliens, and some people from Central America are criminal and a problem, but the powerful white men, and probably some women, primarily powerful white men, that run these companies and own them, that hire these immigrants, what are they? Obviously, these illegal immigrants ain't too bad because they hire them, construction companies, and working in the agricultural fields, especially like in California and across America. Come on, man. Really? This is what we doing? Stop playing. All right. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Monique. I'm on one tonight. Yes, I am. Hey, ladies, thank you for watching. I just looked down in my chat room. I just wanted to see if anybody had any questions there. Hey, yeah. I'm doing well. Okay. Barbara, yes, my mother calls me Sugar. Yes, she does. She calls me Sugar. And sometimes she'll remind me, she'll say, you're still my baby. I don't care how old you get. And now I have daughters, I say the same thing. All right, so this is what, and I have been quietly doing this for a while, and I just want to share this with everybody, because initially my monologue was going to be focused on, in the times that we're living in now, take care of yourself. And the most important thing you can do, to take care of your mental and your physical health because the two are interconnected. They are inextricably connected. Your mental health will absolutely, yes, your mental health will absolutely affect your physical health. And your physical health will absolutely affect your mental health. So if it means listen, I used to watch MSNBC a lot, but really when they pulled that stunt with Joy Reid, that was like the last straw for me. You know, I'm a big fan of Lawrence O'Donnell, but I would stay up and watch him. But I go to sleep. Now I can watch him. I can just watch a clip. You can find, usually they'll have a clip on social media, or I can find it on YouTube or somewhere of Lawrence O'Donnell. And I like Rachel, and Rachel did go to bat publicly, you know, for Joy Reid. And so did Lawrence O'Donnell, but Rachel went hard in the paint. And I was surprised because I criticized Rachel and Lawrence O'Donnell on the show that they hadn't, because all this happened over the weekend. Even though Rachel and Lawrence were not on over the weekend, I didn't see any public statement on Blue Sky or whatever, because I know they are on this new app called Blue Sky, because I know they don't F with at racist ass X, or Twitter, used to be Twitter. But the point I'm trying to make is that if you are being triggered, if you feel yourself being anxious, if you feel that anxiety is building up, if you are waking up in the middle of the night worrying about this stuff, you got to shut that down. Either cut the TV off, find a movie, find a comedy, find a rom-com, ladies as you call it, a romantic comedy, or maybe you like action, adventure, drama. Maybe you like these dragon shows at Lord of the Rings and all that, or maybe you like a Bridgerton or HGTV or whatever, or the Cooking Channel, the Food Network, whatever. Read a book, listen to some music. Shout out to Roy Ayers. I'm going to do a tribute to, just to shout him a tribute, just honor him at the end of the show. But whatever that is, whatever it is, send the kids to, moms or whatever. You and your spouse, you and your significant other, spend some time, run each other some bubble bath, make a dinner, make love, whatever it is. You know what brings you joy. Like an Anita Baker song, what brings you joy? Because Conway Jones would always say, and I never really understood it, and I understand it more now, lately than ever. And he would always tell my mother, he would say, "Hun, be happy. Hun, be happy." He would always tell my mother that. She would be going somewhere, "Hun, be happy." When my mother moved away and my grandfather would take me to visit my mother, we would leave and I could still hear his voice telling my mother, "Hun, be happy." And I know my mother knows exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sure she will. She's going to post something real soon about that. So take care of your mental health and your physical health first. Up top, at the very top, take care of you and the people that you love, and make sure they are taking care of their mental and physical health. Eat right, exercise. Even myself, I got my membership. I've gone one day, I got to go back, but like I said, I've learned I'm an emotional eater, so you got to fight it. It's easy. It's easy. Them chips, man, the chips and the Mountain Dew, they call me, and I let them get a hold, and I just had to shake it off. But we got to be here for each other. So we got to take care of our mental and our physical health, and we got to get our financial house in order. It's something that I've been quietly working on for a while. Get your financial house in order. Pay off that debt, but make sure you put you some money aside. And not just in the bank, go old school. Keep you some money somewhere in the house. If you got a safe, my late father, Marvin, left me a safe. Get you whatever it is. Get your financial house in order. Make sure you got you some cash. Get that debt down. Make sure you got some money in the bank. take care of yourself. Because this fool is crazy. But he's finding out that you just can't bully. You can't just, and like the European Union, we don't even know. They're already publicly stating how they realize that America is not the leader of the free world. So they are publicly talking about coming up with more money to support each other in terms of defense from Putin and Russia, because Orange Hitler is a complete, fully owned Russian, they call it a Russian asset. And there's some stories out on social media. If Russia, they saw how lame this dude was way back in like 1987. That's when they started basically grooming him. You notice he can't criticize Putin. He has never said one bad word. Nothing even sideways about Vladimir Putin. I don't know what kind of tapes, but whatever the tapes, it must be worse than the P tapes. I don't know what kind of tapes Putin got. Child porn. I don't know if he got child porn or animals, or I don't know what whatever Putin, and not to mention money, because we know all the Russian money that's gone into buying Trump properties. That's just what we know about. And he had been going over to Russia since '87. Man, they must got a series. They must got like a Netflix series, season 20 of Donald Trump. Whatever Putin has got on this fool, he is completely handed over America to Putin. Really, the globe, whatever influence America had in terms of keeping Russia in check, that's gone. It's out the window now. So take care of your mental health. Take care of your physical health. Because I got some other stuff I was going to talk about. So before I get out of here, though, rest in peace, rest in power, rest in paradise to Roy Ayers. Roy Ayers, man, just one of my favorites. Really, Roy Ayers never really got like the credit, because he wasn't trying to be no pop star. You know, he played the vibraphone. Roy Ayers was a bad man. Woo, the 70s and the 80s. Roy Ayers and the iconic album, one of the greatest. It's definitely one of the greatest R&B albums. It's one of the greatest albums, period. I'm not even gonna unintentionally disrespect Roy Ayers, because Everybody Loves the Sunshine. It's one of the greatest albums of all time. The title tune, Everybody Loves the Sunshine. Man, you've had so many people, rappers and singers. As a matter of fact, Mary J. Blige's My Life, that song, when you look at my life, how you know how I feel. I can't remember the lyrics. When you look at my life, and I'll tell you how I feel. Shut up, Mary J. Blige fans. I know that's not verbatim, but you get the gist of it. When you look in my life and see what I see. Okay? The beats, the music, I mean, they didn't even change it up. And I'm sure Roy Ayers is okay with that, because I know he got some checks. My Life, which I could make an argument was the greatest Mary J. Blige album. Now, what's the 411? Was amazing, phenomenal. Changed the game. But My Life was just, whew, because it was so personal, and the pain and the drama that Mary was going through, and she talked about that. She's been very open about that. But that title track to that album, when you look at my life, see what I see. Them beats, that was Everybody Loves the Sunshine. They even throw that little hook in there for the sample from the song. Everybody loves the sunshine. Dun, 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 dun. Everybody loves. See, I don't want to be too fast. Everybody loves the sunshine. Do, 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 do. All right. And then the joint The other joint on that album was a song called Searching. Searching, 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 searching. There is a tiny, you know, these, National Public Radio, I think NPR, they have these what they call tiny desk concerts. They're like a tiny desk. Looks like they're in a school, in a classroom. And I didn't realize that Roy Ayers did a tiny desk concert. I don't know what year it was. And the first song they did was, and it just, man, it hit me. Woo, it just hit that spot. Was Searching, 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 searching. So for y'all millennials and Gen Zs, go download that album, Everybody Loves the Sunshine. The whole album was the joint. So rest in power to Roy Ayers, rest in peace, rest in paradise. His family said he had been battling some illness. After a long illness, we lost him on Tuesday. He was 84. His birthday is in September, would have been 85 in September. Rest in power, rest in peace, rest in paradise to Brother Roy Ayers. Because everybody loves the sunshine. Yeah, they do. Everybody loves the sunshine. All right, listen, thank you, everybody. Hello, hey, Monique. Thank you. Okay, talk among yourself. Oh, yeah, Monique, she said, my life, isn't it? But, hey, listen, Monique, so if you haven't listened, I want you to do this after if you miss any of this episode, after you go back and watch all the episode for me, and you and Barbara, I want you all to do me a favor. Everybody else is watching me live. So make sure that you tag everybody that follows you on social media, copy and paste the link in a text message or email tonight's episode, because this monologue was fire. So make sure you help send this out for me tonight. And I'm sure you all do, but this is must-see TV tonight. So make sure you send this episode out for me. Tag everybody you know, copy and paste the link, and just text it in the email and tell them to check this out. But when you finish with that, Monique, you do me that favor, you and Barbara and everybody else, then if you haven't heard, download Roy Ayers, Everybody Loves the Sunshine. Just do the song first. Well, do the whole album, but listen to the single. And that's my life. You wouldn't have my life without the beats to Everybody Loves the Sunshine. That's it. And I love, to be honest, as much as I love the 411, and that is one of my favorite albums of all time. That's one of the great albums of all time. Absolutely. For a debut album, that's definitely one of the greatest debut albums. Debut for your first album as a debut artist, one of the greatest debut albums ever. But my life just hits different. I may have to say that actually, as much as I love What's the 411, then they came out with the remix. What's the 411 remix? Man, my life is the joint. my life is the quintessential. It is if I'm doing a time vault, where we're putting music and art and everything in a time vault for somebody to open it up 100 years from now, I'm putting my life. I'm not even putting What's the 411. I'm putting my life. If you really want the true essence of Mary J. Blige, so Mary fans, we can have this conversation, but I'm telling you, the album that I think that was the most consequential for Mary, that really just took her to another level, because that was her second album. And when you have a big debut album, sometimes having a successful second album is hard. Most artists don't do it. It is tough to do. But she went to another level with My Life. And I think it was because she was so open in expressing all the personal pain and trauma that she was dealing with. And she just poured her soul out. She's talked about this openly. I'm sure you can go on YouTube and find some conversations with Mary talking about that. But that My Life album was, woo! It was just special. But that what really made it, what brought it home, was when I don't know whose idea it was to pick Everybody Loves the Sunshine, to use those beats, but whoever did, they were brilliant. It was genius. Because the music with the mood of the lyrics and Mary's mood, the way she was singing that song and all the others, man, stop playing. So shout out to Roy Ayers. So hey, Barbara, happy birthday. Hey, Barbara, how come you ain't? Monique got to tell me you got a birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, March. Pisces, my grandfather that you hear me talking about all the time, Conway Jones, was born March 15th, 1888. So he is Aquarius. My bad, forgive me. My youngest daughter, my oldest daughter, Boogie. Allie's a Scorpio, November 2nd. Boogie's February 22nd. So no, you are an Aquarius. Shout out to, I know you, because Boogie's sweet. Aquariuses, you all are sweet. Y'all really are. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Barbara Gathers. And Monique, thank you for putting that in the chat room so I can shout her out. All right, so Barbara, it's your birthday. So I'm not gonna put you to work. So Monique, you gotta do double duty. So you gotta tag and share like tonight's show. Everybody on all your social media pages and platforms, from Facebook to TikTok to X if you got X, or to Blue Sky, Instagram, whoever else. My man Isaac Hayes III fan base. So you got to reach out and tag everybody on all her social media platforms and her crew, maybe her phone contacts, and then you got to do yours and hers. So, but Monique, I know you got my back. You got me. You can do that for me because it's Barbara's birthday. So Barbara, I'm gonna give you the night. Oh, you are Pisces. So I got it right. Okay, when did Aquarius? Okay. Oh no, I had it right the first time. Like my grandmother said, Jeannie, follow your first mind. You're never wrong. Right. Pisces go up until around March 19th, March 20th, and then Aries. So yeah, I had it right the first time. Right. So my grandfather, Conway Jones, like I said, March 15th. So he's a Pisces too. Oh, my grandfather he was one of one, special. So that explains why you are special, Barbara. Thank you. All right. So, all right, Mo, I'm gonna let you. I know you got work to do. Help a brother out. Get this episode out here. We get it out tonight. Tell everybody, please support my media company. It is so important that we financially support all black-owned media, especially, not just mine. I mean, we got so many folks out there on YouTube now. You got, of course, with Roland Martin's network, Black Star Network, also on YouTube. Don Lemon is on YouTube. And there's a lot of folks. But please, a shout out to my man Clay Kane, because I get a lot of him and Reese Colbert on Sirius XM. They have a YouTube channel. My girl Karen Hunter is on YouTube. Dr. Greg Carr, who's on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on Sirius XM Urban View, channel 126. He's got his own YouTube channel, and him and Karen is doing some fire stuff. But it's so important that we support black-owned media financially, because you see how these colonizers got funny with Joy Reid, and that was because Orange Hitler didn't like her. So we are all we got, but we are all we need. But we have to support each other. So please, it's so important. The financial support is just crucial for the growth of my media company and the show, and it allows me to continue to come on nightly and speak truth to power, as my grandmother says. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Once again, so you can, no donation, no contribution is too small or too large. It can be $5, 500, 50,000. 5 million, 50 million, doesn't matter. Just cash app, even you probably couldn't cash app 50 million, right? $, DAD, D-A-D, G-J-O-N-E-S, all one word. $, DAD, capital D, lowercase a-D, capital G, capital J, lowercase O-N-E-S, DAD, $Dad G Jones. Geno Jones, just search on Zelle, Geno Jones, and when it asks how do you want to find it via email or phone number, just type in my area code 843. It'll take you to my Zelle page. And if you have a problem, then just contact me, shoot me a email, GenoJonesShow@gmail, and I'll give you the exact phone number where you can connect. But if you type in 843 area code, I'm pretty confident on Zelle because they got some other bootleg ass Geno Joneses, but it's not gonna be any other Geno Jones spelled that way with an 843 area code. So, and then I'm gonna set up eventually we can do Venmo, because a lot of folks, they got Venmo. I got PayPal. I got it, because, yeah, I'll let you know about that, because PayPal, I got to call the PayPal people, because some funny business. I've been getting some funny emails. I'm like, okay, somebody tried to hack that account. I see that didn't work well for them, because I haven't messed with PayPal and forever, but I think I'm going to reactivate that. So, but anyway, in the meantime, if you want to make a contribution, you want to donate to the show, and you can spread that word, tell anybody that loves the show. I saw someone in the store this evening before I came home. I don't know if you're watching. I can't remember. Was it Penelope? I don't want to get your name wrong, but thank you. I was just trying to see if I could recall it. But it was brief, because I had walked by and she was like, "Oh yeah, you're on YouTube, Geno." Yeah, I said, "Yeah." I said, "Watch tonight. What's your name?" Because I had kind of passed her, and I can't remember exactly. I don't know why, something with a P or Penelope's, but that might be wrong. So I don't want to mispronounce your name. But if you're watching, you still got time. Jump in that chat room. Once again, the show is interactive, and I will give you a shout out like I'm doing Monique and Barbara. I got you. Thank you. Monique, thank you. You got me? Yes. And yes, Barbara, yes. Pisces cut off March 20th. That's what I thought. And then the Aries start. There you go. So forgive me, Pisces. Forgive me, Barbara. I was trying to lump you in with Aquarius. And I had it right. My grandmother, man, if I had $1 for every time that my grandmother said, "Jeannie, follow your first mind, because your first mind is your right mind." Then as I got older, I learned that your first mind, that's the spirit speaking to you. That's why she said your first mind is your right mind. She was telling me that's the spirit speaking to you. But as a kid, I guess she simplified it for me. Didn't want to make it feel too kind of, ooh. Your first mind is always follow your first mind. Oh my God, she was so right. I can't ever think of a time where I didn't follow my first mind, where in my heart and in my spirit and soul, because sometimes in your spirit and in your soul, it's telling your mind, yes, follow this. And we fight with it and argue and don't listen, and then it gets messed up. Follow your first mind, you'd have been fine. So, all right, man, this has been a great episode. I hope you all have enjoyed it as much as I have. Every day, this is really like the highlight of my day, speaking to you guys, knowing you guys are out there watching either live or sending it off to people. So don't forget to copy and paste the link, or just share or tag everybody on your social media platforms, and please tell them to financially support the Geno Jones Show and Geno Media subscribers. Some about 225, somewhere less than 230 new subscribers away from getting regular checks from YouTube. So don't forget, while you're doing that, Monique, let everybody know. Make sure that everybody subscribes to my channel. Shout out to my brother by another mother, Rick Party's Notebook. Follow Rick Party and Rick Party's Notebook. He is on YouTube. He is in the Black Radio Hall of Fame. I think they got a Voice Actors Hall of Fame, because he's definitely got to be in one of the top voice actors on the planet. You've heard his voice on BET. You still hear his voice on ESPN, Sports Center, and so much stuff. and he does a radio show in Chicago. But he's also not just a voice actor, but he teaches voiceover. He has classes. So make sure you subscribe to Rick Party's YouTube channel, Rick Party's Notebook, and he's on social media too. I know, because he's on Instagram. But anyway, follow him on YouTube, and he's on TikTok. I know, definitely. So I know he's on YouTube and TikTok, and I'm sure he's on Instagram. I don't know about. I don't know about Blue Sky, and Rick, are you on Fanbase yet? Isaac Hayes III's platform, because I'm on there too. So, but Rick Party's Network, just go subscribe to his YouTube channel and support his YouTube channel and support his media company also. So, once again, those, if you want to make a contribution or donation, supporting the mission of my media company and the mission and the message of the show, you can cash at me, $ Dad G Jones, $ capital D like Dad, lowercase AD, capital G, capital J, lowercase ONES, Dad G Jones, and Zelle. Once again, just type in Geno Jones, and if it asks how do you want to search or find him, phone number, just type in 843. And it'll take you to me. And if you can't find it, email me at Gmail, GenoJonesShow@gmail, and I'll give you the exact number, and you can get connected. And if you'd like to be a sponsor, if you'd like to advertise, I'd love to have you as an advertiser or a sponsor. Shout out to the Black Expo. As a matter of fact, you saw their commercials at the beginning of the show, and you'll see some before the show ends. Again, thank you. So I would love to have you as a sponsor. I'd love to have you advertise, be a part of the Geno Jones Show family. GenoJonesShow@gmail. Reach out to me. I will send you, I have a media package. If you want to do a media buy, I have a specific package I will send to you, and we can talk over the phone, have a Zoom meeting, not stream live. We can have a private Zoom meeting, and I'll give you all the information and give you all the numbers you need. And I'll tailor make something for you. We'll make it happen. We got to support Black-owned business in every institution, and especially Black-owned media, because we need Black-owned media. We need these voices like myself and Rick Party and Don Lemon and Karen Hunter and Clay Kane and Dr. Greg Carr with Lamont that's on in the morning with Sirius XM, to Roland Martin, and I'm leaving out a whole lot, and I don't mean to leave out anybody. Al Sharpton. We need all hands on deck. All hands on deck. Time for the pettiness and the shade and the jealousy and envy, because like I've been saying for years now, 4 years, this cult that wants our demise, they want all of our demise, including you, MAGA, the MAGA white nationalists. Yes, they have come for you. And I told you, I had been telling you that they were coming for you and that your whiteness was not going to protect you. Even to you old white racist MAGA males, that ain't going to protect you. If you are not a billionaire, they don't give a shit about you. They're coming for everything. All right? Social Security, they ain't just picking, we're going to just take the black folks' Social Security. Even though when Social Security first started, the first checks went out in 1940. The first checks to black people, the first Social Security checks to black people didn't go out until 1954. But no, now, the little racist South African Elon Muskrat, oh no, he's like, no, cut it all. Medicare, cut it all. Yep, if you're a white person, figure if you need Medicare and Social Security, we don't give a shit about you either. They ain't just telling you. They've been telling you. They put it in Project 2025, but now they're showing you. And this dude, talk about immigrants taking people's job, and Orange Hill puts an immigrant in the White House whose son told him that, get out of my daddy, you ain't the president. That's my daddy's chair. Remember he brought his little son, and he was had his son up on his head wearing him like he was wearing a football helmet with his little boy. The little boy said, shh, told Trump to shh. Yeah. So you got this dude, nobody voted for him, immigrant taking American jobs. Isn't that ironic? The dude or somebody, oh, Joe Biden is letting all these immigrants come and take your jobs. Well, you let this one immigrant come and take the jobs of millions of Americans. Punk ass. All right. Yeah, Rick, I'm on fire, man. I'm on fire tonight. All right, listen. Thank you, everybody, for watching Friday. So me and you, the next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be Friday, 6:30 p.m., 5:30 p.m. Chicago and everybody Central Time, 3:30 p.m. live in Los Angeles and on the West Coast. Once again, tell everybody you know to please subscribe. Hey, Rick, do me a favor, man. I know you got like goo gobs of folks. I'm right there at the threshold to become a YouTube partner. So if you don't mind, brother, send like put a little short, 30-second video. Tell them to support your brother and come and subscribe to the show. I'm going to be calling you. I'm going to try to call you tonight, if not this weekend, because I got to get you, Rick Party's Notebook, and Mia. Have you all launched your show yet? Your network, your YouTube channel yet? So we'll talk about that. Rick Party was my guest, about almost 2 months ago. He and his sister, Mia, she's beautiful, talented, and funny, and smart. She's just got that charismatic personality. So Rick said, listen, you got the right stuff. So Rick Party and his sister, Mia, are going to be, they may have already launched it, but I don't think, because I know you, Rick, you would have told me, and I know how busy you are. But let's get an update. When can we see the Rick and Mia, or Mia and Rick's YouTube channel? I don't know. However y'all gonna work that out, just let me know. All right, I love each and every one of you. Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. Straight from the chair to the camera tonight. Shout out to you, Markel Bailey. Check him out. He is the CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro area. Check him out on Instagram, IG. Either Instagram, I can't say IG. So, IG, Instagram, all the same. So, KELBECUTTINUP, Kel. Kel be cutting up. Because as you see, Kel be cutting up. Allie Jones, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check Allie Jones and her Lexi Jones collection out on Instagram or IG. LX.NCL_LX.NCL_. And Bruce Gage, also wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check out his Mario Uomo collection, Mario Uomo, on Instagram. Yes, it's Mario Uomo, M-A-R-I-O. Uomo is spelled with a U, U-O-M-O, M-A-R-I-O-U-O-M-O. And on Facebook, Bruce Gage, G-A-G-E. Thank you, Monique, Barbara, happy birthday. Rick, I love you, brother. And mother, you know I love you more than anything. I'll talk to you later. I love each and every one of you. And understand, the dictionary says love is a noun. But really, the truth and reality, love, in the dictionary, love may be a noun, but in life, love is a verb. It is an action word. And we love by our actions and behavior and how we live our life and treat others. That's love. Love is a verb, not a noun. Love is action, is an action word. I will see everybody live Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for watching. Now, if you missed any of this episode, go back and binge watch. We'll see you Friday, 6:30. Don't forget, subscribe, share, contribute, donate to the show. Cash App, Dad G. Jones, Zelle, Geno Jones.
You don't want to miss the 2025 Charleston Black Expo. A full day of fun and activities for the whole family, including job fair, health pavilion, free seminars, Join the fireside chat with gospel legend Kirk Franklin, actor Corey Hardrick, and comedian That Chick Angel, with performances by Cupid the Line Dance King, R&B diva Selena Johnson, and Sunday's best, Ashford Sanders. It's an enlightening, educating, and entertaining experience you don't want to miss. For tickets, visit blackexposouth.com.
You don't want to miss the 2025 Charleston Black Expo, a full day of fun and activities for the whole family, including job fair, health pavilion, free seminars, kids zone, and the senior lounge sponsored by Humana. Experience silent disco in the VIP lounge, enjoy healthy cooking demonstrations, show off your trail ride line dancing skills, or enter to win great prizes in our Spades tournament. It's an enlightening, educating, and entertaining experience you don't want to miss. For tickets, visit blackexposouth.com.
Get ready for the 2025 Charleston Black Expo Weekend, March 7th and 8th. Join us for another exciting and empowering weekend for the entire family. Friday, experience the taste of Black Charleston at the Charleston Visitor Center. Saturday, enjoy the Charleston Black Expo at the Charleston Area Convention Center with guest speaker Kirk Franklin. And end the weekend at the official after party at the Segra Club. It's an enlightening, educating, and entertaining Low Country weekend you don't want to miss. For more information and to get involved, visit blackexposouth.com.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.